And thusly we are streaming. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. I'm late by nearly an hour. That's because the game we're going to be playing, Fall Guys, and it crashed immediately. So I've been trying. The reason I'm late is because I've been trying to download this game, see if we could even play it. And it's pretty paramount that we are able to do that because oh man, error cord. Okay, 200 underscore. Does that just mean that there's a lot of people playing? 10 to 40. All guys. I think it's just too many people. I think it's just too many people. Dude, no! I spent all this time. I spent all this time downloading it, trying to get it ready. Hold on. Let me see what other people are saying. View the entire discussion. Sync up the error code. Support. It just says session expired. Ah, dude, what? No! We might have to do something else. I spent all this time. I'm late. I'm late to streaming because of this. Okay. All right. Let's just try a reset. Let's just try a reset here. Dude, that's so upsetting. I'm sorry, guys. Wait, why am I red? Why am I red right now? It says I'm red instead of green. Now I'm yellow. Now I'm back up to good. Why did I get kicked so far down? What's going on there? Wow. Okay. Wow, we've already dropped 770 frames. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this to work, guys. I'm super upset. I have been I have just been simply downloading it. It's taken this long to download because I had to go sit and get Epic Games and stuff. I guess I could talk to you about like why I'm upset about Fall Guys on some level. Anyway, um, so Fall Guys, like a month and a half ago is like more or less when they made the announcement. Like, well, or even before that, I'm sure. I'm not entirely 100% on the timeline, but like about a month and a half ago is when I found out that Fall Guys is gonna be free to play. Uh, they had it up on Steam, and I was like excited. I was like, I put it on my wish list and everything. And so I jump on tonight, and I'm like looking around Steam, and I'm like, where is it? Why isn't it on Steam? It turns out that it's probably not that hard of a game to play. Greatest game show ever. Oh, I'm glad it's working, but it turns out, and the reason I'm upset is that they took it off of Steam. So I had to go download it on the Epic Games Store to play it for free. Which I'm super upset about because it's like, just let me have it on Steam for Pete's sakes. Alright, what are the controls? It said how to play, and it just rolled me through the objectives. Options, video, custom, gameplay, cross-platform, I don't care. Fall feed, grab ledges automatic. I don't know. What's controls? Keyboard? WASD, jump, dive is control. Grab is okay, and then emotes 1 through 4. Recenter, show names, walk, invisibeams only. What does that mean? So walk, alt, dive, grab. Grab is the most important one, I think. And then jump. I might honestly switch it to something like the C button or something. I don't know. All right, well, we're here. Well, long story short, I was absolutely frustrated as all heckin' gone because I was like, I wanted to play this on Steam. I don't want to download the Epic Games Store. I don't play Fortnite. Ah! I'm joining the Fortnite crowd, I guess, by sitting down and playing some Fall Guys, but I don't know. Here we go. It's all new stuff, which I'm also kind of a little upset about. I'm sure some people are happy about it, but I'm kind of upset because it's like I've been seeing Fall Guys happen for so many years and be played by so many people. I sat down and watched somebody build an AI that was able to sit down and play Fall Guys, you know? But nope, I guess not, right? I guess we're all just gonna start with Oh, this does look familiar, but it was showing off season 1, and it was all like, check out all these different games that are in the normal games. So hopefully I get to play just some of the good old classics here. I'm kind of excited. It's one of those games where like it's been on my wish list for years, and I was just like, $30 to play a game I'm gonna enjoy for not that much time. Whoa, my sensitivity's high. Dude, hold on, that is crazy high. Big bully, I'm a big bully. Ah! Get out of my way, plebeians! Oh! Oh, okay, alright, it's just gonna grab him. No! No! Get me through! Get me through! Ah! Hey, we're doing pretty good though. Looks like we're in the upper half. First game, first try. Let's go. Everyone's taking the easier route. Oh! Okay, I guess we're taking the easier route. Oh! Alright, admittedly, it's kind of fun. Oh! Oh, I thought I was just instantly disqualified. Get bird! Oh my gosh, stupid bird. No, why did he grab the ledge? Oh, I'm gonna get knocked out. I'm gonna get knocked out at this rate, man. Oh! Okay, hold on. Hold on! Hold on! Okay, so I gotta wait for this to re-roll again. No, you monsters! They all jumped at the same time I jumped! Oh my gosh! Was that the finish line? I'm so upset. I am so upset. Yeah, oh wow. And now my they need to learn how to maybe I should play this with the controller. They need to learn how to do sensitivity, because I turned my sensitivity down, and now it's not enough to like get through the menus easily. Do I just start with a new batch of people? Why is it saying next up? I got disqualified. Right? I got disqualified. Does it just start me into a new round of people? Oh, and you know, I need to figure out how to do the like dodge jump too. Very speedy music. All right. Where am I'm that guy? Oh, I'm not that guy. What? I don't want to watch. Yeah, leave the show. I don't want to watch other people play the game. I want to play the game myself, thanks. Skip, skip. Skip. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. Equip it. This is Assassin's Creed. Get out of here. Did it just give me a snowflake medal? Are you serious? What kind of political cockamamie game is this? It gives me a snowflake medal. Goodness gracious. Okay, boomer. Big boomer. Boom. That's the game I should be playing right now. I should be playing Gears of War. I should be playing a big man's game. Big man's big game. I actually really do. I like Gears of War like 1 through 3, and then I really enjoyed Judgment. But then everything past that was just not. It was just not. Why does it leave you in the game like that? That is so annoying. Just kick me out of the game if I lost. That's what they do in Apex. That's what they do in literally everything else that's Battle Royale. They don't just sit there and go, I'm sorry. Did you just want to sit down and watch everyone else? It's like, no! Alright. Boo-ba-da-boo, boo-ba-doo, Hey, front of the line. Let's do it, boys! Let's ball! Oh! That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. MVP, 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 okay. I'm not gonna have a lot of good commentary through this. I'm just pre-warning you. Oh! Oh! It juked me out! It threw another one. Oh! Okay, okay. Just spin around. Yes. Yosh! Yosh! What is this? What is this absolute bonanza? Ah! Oh. Get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. Yes! We qualified, friends. I do want to know if you guys want me to play this as like my competitive segment going forward in the future. I'll have to see how I like it. So far, I'm enjoying it. Kind of. It is a little frustrating, if I'm being completely honest. There's elements of playing it that are kind of like annoying. And if you're not playing with friends, it is kind of just one of those like, all right, kind of moments, you know. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. I'm enjoying myself so far, and hopefully, if they keep it free to play and they keep updating it in fun ways, then yeah. It was a ski fall. Jump through holes to score points. Plays top 20%, plays top 50%. What do the what does that even mean? Oh. Oh? Only 25 can qualify, but what does that mean? Oh! No! Yes! Yosh! Oh! Wait, I start from the top? Okay, so I gotta get like 15 points. Oh, for Pete's sakes! Why is the silver one the easiest one to jump through? Get out of my way! You're all cogs in the machine! There we go. There we get off! Get out of my way, you plebeians! Ah! Yes. Okay, so it just resets you until you get to 15 points, I guess. Alright. I think I get it. I think I get it. Come on. Qualified! Yes. That one's so much harder than the first one that I played. Because the rings are just agitating. And you got the bumpers that just throw you off, and it starts you 360, and the mouse is just crazy, man. There's got to be a way to fix sensitivity. Because, like, look at... I am on the lowest sensitivity my mouse offers. Right? And this... I'm barely moving my hand, and this is how much it's moving around. Alright, still got 3 more guys that need to qualify here, huh? Okay. Boom. Goodbye. I feel like a real streamer right now playing Fall Guys. I feel like that's when streaming started to become a big thing, is around Fall Guys, Fortnite style era. So part of me does feel like a real streamer. We're not gonna play Fortnite. We're not gonna play Fortnite. We're not gonna play Minecraft. Fortnite is here nor there. You like it, you don't like it. I really don't care. Survival. Okay, avoid getting knocked into the slime and watch out for those cannons. What does that mean? So if you fall into the slime, it's game over? Oh, and I'm on the side. I qualified so much earlier than other people. Why am I on the side? So avoid the objects, and then avoid getting hit. Could you people please? Could you people please? Could you people please? People! Oh my goodness. This game is gonna take forever! Oh! No! I got eliminated! I can't believe this. Alright, alright. Leave show. Yeah. Yep. I don't care. Get me out of here. Get me to the next game. I cannot believe I got slammed. It was going so well. Play solo show. What? Oh, yeah. I guess just by myself. So it was around the time, because like Fortnite came out, and then a bunch of people started streaming. People got big, like Ninja, the big Ninja man. I was gonna say, you know what? I shouldn't say it. I shouldn't say it because that's not good. Oh, I have a little bit of egg on my face. I talked about why I was late today, and that was because I was sitting down and downloading this game. And getting very frustrated at the fact it was not on Steam anymore. The reason I did not stream the last couple days, the last couple nights, was because it was Juneteenth. I got off work for Juneteenth, and then it was also somebody in my family's birthday the day before, and then I think there was something else the day before. I think I haven't streamed in 3 days or so. Oh no, what happened the day before that? I had a lot of nonsense to get done the day before that. The day before that, I had to sit down and get a bunch of stuff cleaned up and stuff. And I think I just fell asleep from exhaustion. So, I think that was more or less what my day was Friday night. So Friday, Saturday, oh, no. It was just Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I didn't stream. Because I just needed a break. Not that I needed a break from streaming. I needed a break. Well, I needed a break from streaming so that I could get a proper something of a level of a break from life. Because it's been quite hectic. If you've been following along, my mom got in an accident, and then I've had to deal with all of that nonsense, and I have just had to deal lately. Like life has just been hitting me in the gourd, hitting me in the gourd, and hitting me in the grapes. It's been a big fruity couple weeks or so recently, if you will. Hey, there we go. Check it to points. Woo! Play the game, play the game! Wait, how are you supposed to dodge that? What is... There we go. Easy peasy. There we go. That was like top 20. We did pretty good. Top upper percent. Oh, I thought I was playing for a second. I want to watch it. Let's watch Birdman. So yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't send out a tweet or anything, so I feel especially bad. And then once we switch over to a different game, once we switch over to Elden Ring, I do have some stuff that I need to talk about with Elden Ring as well, because I made a major oopsies right after I stopped streaming. So I do feel a little bad, but I made quite the major oopsies after I stopped streaming on Friday night, which I'm gonna have to talk about and apologize for, because it's kind of crazy, honestly. I was quite surprised. I will talk about that. So yes, birthday celebrations, more doctor's visits because we had to go get more scans. You know. You sit around for a week, and then the real stuff starts hurting, and then it's like, now I gotta go talk to him about X, Y, Z, and so here we are. Yesterday I had to take somebody to go to the doctor's, and it was later at night, and so like by the time I got home, it was like 10 o'clock, I think. It was like an hour after I start normally streaming. And I was exhausted, especially because for some reason I didn't get good sleep. I got enough sleep, right? Like, I got enough sleep and at the right time. But my body was just like, nah, you're not, you're still going to be sleepy, and so you're going to have an issue. And so I was just kind of like, all right, body. So anyway, that is where I am at. This game is, once you get used to the controls, this game doesn't quite nearly seem as problematic in terms of difficulty as a lot of people make it out to be. It seems actually notably kind of easy. I'm gonna say that, then I'm gonna lose almost immediately. I'm going right, boys! Oh, no way. Am I gonna first? Am I gonna get first? Oh, no way! Perfect run! Let's go! Perfect run on the tilt-a-tables, or whatever it's called. Perfect run, baby! Absolutely perfect run. Well, I guess I jinxed myself into a victory run, huh? It doesn't really mean anything. We still have to win it all. We have to win all the beans. We have to get all the beans in the barrel. But we'll get there. We'll get there. If y'all are also wondering if I sat down and spent the break trying to sit down and watch interesting things to talk about during stream, you would be mistaken. I really didn't have a lot of time to sit down and really do much. Basically, my whole break from streaming and stuff was just me waking up like a little bit later in the day than I normally do, like 10 o'clock in the morning or something. And then immediately either having to sit down and clean or like get ready for people to come over, which involves levels of cleaning and various other tasks. And then I also had to sit down and then like another day I woke up a little bit later and I had to sit and help with like food or whatever and all this nonsense. And streaming tomorrow is going to be a question. Streaming tomorrow is going to be a question because when it comes to streaming tomorrow, I have to go get my car fixed. It shouldn't take too long because all I have to do is just go drop it off. But we still have all the stuff from the accident in that car. And so we have to get all the stuff that was from the accident in that car out of that car so we can sit and go take that car in to get fixed. So I gotta sit down and spend a little bit of time with that and figuring that out. Probably on my lunch break during work. So I'm gonna have to sit and get that all sat and sorted. We'll get it all figured out. No worries, friends. We will figure it all out together. Oh goodness, it's this one again. I better not get eliminated immediately. I'm gonna be hyper upset. What's that cute girl on the little flag there? What's that cute little girl doing there? No, 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 no! I almost got tagged by it again! Get out of my way! Big controller. Don't worry, the hype is gonna wear off after the first good couple rounds. I'm not gonna be screaming the whole gosh dang good holy time. Hey, I survived. I survived. There we go. Alright, there we go. Eliminated 11 people this time. I'm sure somebody's made the comparison, but this is very Hunger Games. Well, not Hunger Games. Squid Games-esque. Hunger Games and Squid Games, huh? Do you think there's a connection? Do you think they talk to each other? Apparently it's like a whole genre. The whole, like, death game type thing. Where, like, you're playing games but to the death, you know. Apparently that's a whole, like, genre of things. Jump over a spitting mean and avoid falling into the slime. Oh, that's head height. I need you guys. Can I just outrun it? Okay, nope. Not ultimately. Get out of here. I'm not gonna be able to outrun it for long. This is some real wipeout nonsense here, man. And I gotta make sure I get it when it's not like the two bottom bars, the bottom and the top bar are like lined up. Because that's gonna start getting obnoxious. Oh! Oh! Hey! I do that purely out of luck. Purely out of luck, I was able to avoid other people. Dude, here we go. I think we're getting into the final round. There's only 11 more people left, which is a weird number. But hey, here we go. We're at the last 11. I'm already 30 minutes into this. We're gonna play it a little bit longer. I think like an extra 10 minutes, just because it took forever to get going and get started. Floor pieces fall away when you stand on them. Keep moving and survive longest to win the crown. Okay. I remember seeing a lot of clips of this online. Be the last Fall Guy standing above the slime. Oh, those fall a lot quicker than you would want them to. Oh, you fiend! Oh, you fiend! Don't you jump. Don't you be popping and locking on these. Ow! No, 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 no! Oh, fricka-fracka, fricka-fracka, fricka-fracka. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Very far down. Get out of here! This is my territory! Purple is mine, friend! Get out of here, you Tetris seed. Just trying to lock me out, being a fiend. I hope there's nobody else above me. I am not doing good work on keeping this. Is this the strat? Is that the strat? Just jump, 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 jump. I don't know if this is a good strat ultimately though. Because the more I do this, the higher chances I have of falling off. Oh, get out of here! Get out of here, you monster! Ah! No! No! I was third place! Look at this fiend. Look at this guy. I was never gonna beat that guy. I was never gonna beat that guy. Come on. This guy's playing with a controller. He's cheating. He's cheating right now. Look at this. Round over. Ah! Ah! Oh, Heinz Jr. Oh. I'm gonna report the player for being too good. Show rewards. I got third place, y'all. That's something. And I got first place in that one round, too. What? I don't even know what any of those mean. Yeah, gold. Hey, I'm lost. There it is. So we're gonna get a sticker with Assassin's Creed on it. Alright. See, this is what I worry about with Fall Guys, though, is it's like... It's the kind of game that, like... Give me... So, okay, what do we have? Theatrics Celebration. Outfits. Oh, I gotta change my color, though. Hey. I'm gonna go with blue. Face. Alright. We're gonna go with blue, though. I like blue. Interface. Cool. What is this? Is this the Season Pass? Upgrade your Season Pass! No, thank you. House of Auditore. Is that how they think they're gonna get people into the game? Is that they sit down and play it as if they're playing Assassin's Creed? And the Auditore thing, right? Like that's early Assassin's Creed too. I think that's the second or like it's I think it's the second family that's shown in the game, because you have the first dude who I would never be able to tell you what his name is, but then you have Ezio Auditore, and then after Ezio I think you have Connor. After that, I don't know what his last name is. And then in the game after Connor, you're playing as some kind of pirate. Oh, I couldn't tell you. My favorite one was the pirate game, because it had all of the normal gameplay elements of Assassin's Creed in it, and it did it pretty decently well. And then you also got this like great chance and opportunity to run around in a boat. You know, so it's like you had these two very well mixing mechanics that they've tried to recapture, but like, let's be honest with ourselves, they haven't really done the world's best job at ultimately recapturing the Assassin's Creed spirit, because they've been doing this like MMO kind of nonsense style way of playing the game recently. Oh, okay, just smush me. Oh, I can't breathe. These guys, get out of here. Okay. We're doing good. We're a little bit further back in the pack, which is not the most ideal thing. But we're doing pretty good so far. Check it out. I think the reason, again, that I liked it was pretty much primarily the boats. Because you got to, like, run around as a pirate, and then the boats were just really good and really well done. And so, I run around in the boats in Assassin's Creed Black Flag for literally hours on hours when I got it. It was one of the few games of Assassin's Creed where I was like, I'm gonna 100% this game, you know? And it was totally worth it. It was totally worth 100% in the game. And it was worth it, but it was really hard and took way too long to do. So in the game, you have all your main objectives. So you go like island to island, you do all the main objectives. But then in order to get 100%, you had to also visit every island. I think just straight up every island. Because like you had to sit down and map every island out or something. And then you had to attack every fort and take out every fort. Perfect match. Match the icon on the screen to the base. Oh. And then you had to sit down and like take out every fort. And then you had to go and whale a bunch. You had to do a bunch of like whaling and stuff. And then there was a bunch of like underground things. You know? What? I'm hedging my bets on watermelon, fam. Was I supposed to be memorizing? To avoid the slime? It's this one. Okay, I guess I gotta memorize, huh? Grape. Grape, apple, apple, cherry. Grape, apple, apple, cherry, cherry, orange in the corner. Okay. Grape, apple, apple. Yeah. We lost some guys, huh? Banana, apple, cherry, cherry. Banana, apple, apple, cherry, cherry, orange. Green in the corner. Banana, apple, apple, cherry, cherry, orange. Banana, apple, apple. I'm good. I've been good on every single one by just staying on these two panels. Yeah, how much longer was that intended to go on? Just as many rounds as they decided? But yeah, Black Flag was crazy. And then you had to go take out a bunch of specific boats, right? And in order to take out some of the boats, you had to go level up, which was attached to an achievement of getting a fully leveled boat. So you had to go and like fully level up your boat. And in order to fully level up your boat, you had to go get a bunch of like gold and money and stuff. And in order to get a bunch of gold and money and stuff, you had to sit down and do this mini game on the boat where you sent like other trade boats out into like the world to go make money for you. And so you would send all your trade boats out to go get money for you. And then that was a whole mini game that had its own little achievement attached behind it. And so basically you would just be like going from place to place, filling out every small achievement and thing that you could. And then after some time, these like little boats would let you play this mini game thing again. And then once you beat all the mini games, then you would have to go and like fight all the big boats, you know. And like once you went and did all the secret little areas that you could sit and go like underwater deep diving for, then you had to deal with some other nonsense. And so it's just like, end of the day, man, like, there was a lot to do in Black Flag, and it was all fairly compelling stuff too. It was, you know, because like the whaling, I know that like whaling IRL is probably not the world's best thing in the world, but the whaling like minigame was like really interesting and fun. Because you had to like sit and like find where the whale was and like slow it down and stuff, and like throw these giant spears into it. And at some point, once you do all the whaling things, you get to like the final couple whaling situations that you can go do, and you have to like whale this massive humpback or something. It was either a humpback whale or it was like a killer whale or something. Oh no, actually, I think it was a Moby Dick reference. I think it was a big white whale. I think it was a big white sperm whale. Um, that you sit and end up having to whale out. And it took literally like 30 minutes of just me sitting down and like throw another spear. Wait, like like do the like mini game with it. Then like throw another spear. Wait, It's just it was such an interesting cool thing. Avoid fake tiles and find the hidden paths to reach the finish line. What does that mean? Is this just whoever... Oh, okay, finish line, so... Alright, I might as well just, like, hit it up, right? Oh! They're all following me! What a-holes. Ah! I'm gonna get disqualified just because everybody is following me and nobody really wants to sit down and try. Yes! First place, y'all! What's up? They must have added this after Squid Games came out. First place, let's go. Just have to hit it large. Because everybody was waiting for each other. So you just have to sit and hit it large. Yeah, to kick out those guys. But it was just such a cool game. And then after you got to the end of the game, and you accomplished all these things, and you went and you found all the, like, little fetch quests and things, you could put together this, like, big cross-map thing where you sat and got, like, a bunch of pieces from across the map, and then it would put you through this, like, special dungeon, I think. And then you would go and collect all these pieces and get this specialty armor that made you invulnerable to bullets. And use the grab. Is that shift or is that... I don't know what that is. Yeah, okay, it's shift. Pretty sure. What is this? Sorry, I'm big focus right now. We gotta get that crown, baby. No! Why would you do me like this, Fall Guys? Fall Gentlemen, why would you do this? Fall Gentlemen! No. We're gonna get the crown, they're gonna get the crown! Ah, I should've just waited! Ah, I should've just waited! I had the crown! Ah! I had it. I didn't know it went up and down. I thought you just went for it. Ah! Another chance at the win, and it is lost. It is lost. But it was such a cool game, and it gave you so much armor once you got that too, that like basically nothing stood in your path. Now, mind you, once you got this armor, game was over. You know, game was just over anyway, right? Now I just like a clown, like a clown. But it was basically just game over. Once you got that armor, everything that was like end game, just like forget about it, right? But it was such a cool game, right? Like it's one of those games where like you really have to kind of sit back and go, listen, this is a game that's worth playing. This is a game that's worth your time. That's why I would say if anybody came up to me and they were like, what is the optimal Assassin's Creed experience? I would say Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I wouldn't be sitting here saying like, oh, I'll play the first Assassin's Creed because that's where it all started. You know, I was like, no, forget about the first Assassin's Creed, right? Like, some stuff happens in it and it's kind of interesting, but like, not enough interesting stuff happens in the first game. All the like actually interesting stuff that happens in the first game, spoilers for like a 20-year-old game at this point or something like that. All that really happens in the first game is that the dude is part of the Assassin's Guild. They find the Apple of Eden. The Pope guy or whatever, who's like the leader of the Assassins, ends up being a bad leader or something. And then, because he's a bad leader, he wants the Apple of Eden all to himself. You snatch back the Apple of Eden just to be like, ah, you're an a-hole. No, you don't get the Apple of Eden. And so he steals the Apple of Eden from him, and he's like, ah, this sucks. But then it, like, causes some critical failure with the main character. Again, I can't remember his name. And then he just, like, seals the Apple of Eden away, and it's just like, that's it. That's Assassin's Creed. That's the first game. And I know it's like, oh, but, like, all the mechanics and, like, the story, and it's like, all you learn is that there's a secret race of people. I don't even think you learned that in that game. Well, all there really is to learn is that there's like a secret organization of people who existed before your time, who had this great series of technologies, and they used it to try and control people, and thus the Apple of Eden, Right, and then, like, that's it, and then it goes into the second game. Like, the only interesting thing that you do miss out on is, why the main character who's going into the Animus, I've forgotten his name, too. But, he sits down and he learns about this, and because they find out the location, quote-unquote, of the Apple of Eden, they're all sitting there going like, oh, man. Like, we gotta go get this Apple of Eden, dude, and then they, like, intend on just, like, holding him back and keeping him and just, like, doing all these terrible things, if not killing him, and he's just like, I'm not having any of that. And so he escapes out of the facility, and then he goes off with some of the other people, and that's like the first game, right? Like, it sounds more interesting than it actually is. It's the first game, if you go back and played it nowadays, it's a pretty dated game. It's a pretty dated experience. It's a pretty dated game. So I would say if you wanted to get the full experience of what Assassin's Creed proper is, I'd say to go with Black Flag. Assassin's Creed 3 is a good stand-in, but with Assassin's Creed 3, the problem was that, like, it starts to get a little convoluted once you start to get into Assassin's Creed 3. And you really have to know what's going on in Assassin's Creed 3 by that point. But Black Flag is basically just like, they know what they're doing, they find some cool secret cave, and along with that secret cave, they have to, find out more information about... I think it's just another Apple of Eden or something. But there's like almost nothing overly interesting to be learned from... There's not a lot of like heavy plot to Black Flag where you're gonna feel like you don't understand what's happening, right? If you sit down and you play Black Flag front to back, you're gonna understand on some level. No! No! They eliminated me! I was right at the end! But Black Flag, front to back, you don't have to understand anything specific about the story. It explains everything to you in Black Flag. Which might sound like a negative, but it truly is something that's like a pretty big positive. And plus, honestly, if I'm gonna be real for a minute, I think the pirate legacy was a lot more interesting than the legacy of them like running around ancient Rome and stuff. I think not Rome. Was it Rome? Maybe it was Rome and stuff, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I will say though that the multiplayer was the best in Assassin's Creed Revelations. That was the best Assassin's Creed online. Hands down, that was the best one. Part of the reason I feel that way is because I have nostalgia from playing it for like 200 some odd hours of playing the online with it. It did ultimately have its issues. I'm not gonna not say that, because it did start to end up having its issues. People started to figure out that if you got in a team of like at least 3 people, if you got a team of at least 3 people together who are all your friends, what you would basically do is you would equip a smoke bomb, and then the ability that prevents the enemy players from using their abilities. And once you equip those 2 things on, if you were on the defending team, all you basically have to do is just sit there and throw smoke bombs down whenever they try to kill you or attack you. And then you could go for like the counter and basically just take them out, you know? No! Troublemaker! We're gonna circle back around here. There we go. And so a lot of the games started to just devolve into how can we sit down and use smoke bombs to eliminate enemy players, you know? Right, and it just started to become super asinine. To the point where it was basically unplayable. Because if you didn't have that strategy down and you weren't in a group of people who understood that strategy, your chances of like winning and getting any level of points, right, was was pretty minimal, right? And that started to get just real asinine real fast. This is the one I got eliminated on last time. And it's just because of this big fan. And partly because I didn't know how to like do that dodge jump kind of thing. Hey, hey. Hey, get out of here. I'm streaming, I need to qualify. I need to see more of the game. Hopefully we can get one win today. Hopefully we can get one win, but who knows? Mr. Godzilla just gave up. There's a lot of fun little costumes, it seems like these people are. So yeah, long story short, that's what happened with that game. And then that's when, after Revelations came out, then they had Assassin's Creed 3, which was okay. It had its own series of problems. Assassin's Creed 3's online kind of situation. The first problem was that they got rid of a lot of the skill behind trying to find somebody. They made it like slightly more difficult to find people, which was just kind of annoying. And then they didn't decentivize people just running around the map. So if you were playing Assassin's Creed 3 online, like their multiplayer, there was basically no incentive for you to sit down and like play the game. You know what I mean? There was basically no incentive for you to sit down and play the game. You basically would just like run from point A to point B. That is what Assassin's Creed Online in the third game basically turned out to be eventually. I'm doing pretty solid. On this specific one, I'm doing pretty solid. Seems pretty easy to understand how that works. Dude, punishing! Punishing! That's the second time I got first place on this in a row. That is punishing. But the reason that it was never fixed is they had smoke bombs in the game, but smoke bombs didn't do as much damage, and it didn't like stop people for as long. So when you had a smoke bomb, it worked, and it was still the best strategy in the game, but it wasn't like the best option in the game, because you still ended up losing. right? Like you didn't just get to sit down and smoke bomb 100 people to death, you know, because like eventually it would wear off, and I think it wore off. Excuse me. I think it wore off as well if a different entity threw a smoke bomb down. Poor guy. Poor guy. One Liam. And so it was a lot better, but there were still people who were sitting down and playing like with a gun in the game, and then they were also playing with like the poison. It was like the poison throwing knife or something. So they would throw the poison throwing knife to like kind of slow you down, and then they would just shoot you, you know? And so they would just run around the whole map and then just shoot people and just kill them immediately, you know? And the reason that was just so frustrating is because it's like, gosh dang it, you know? Like, there was no point in hiding. There was no point in like trying to strategize on getting like a silent kill in the game, you know? And so like 90% of the games that I ended up playing with that, like later and later on, just ended up being people going crazy and trying to. I'm gonna get your tail, bud. I can't see. Get that tail. Oh, what? Oh, whoa. Somebody over here has a tail? Give me your tail. Friend. Give me your tail, bud. Give me your tail, bud. Give me your tail, bud. Give me your tail. Give me your tail, you slimy sardine. No. Yes. Still have 45 seconds. Still doing solid. Can't really get a good visual in here. No! Oh! Stole my tail! Speed boost. What are you guys gonna give me that tail? This is the most stressful one. This is the most stressful game mode. 3, 2, 1. I thought that guy didn't have a tail. Oh, that is the most stressful one. Out of all of them, that's the most stressful one. Because, like, it doesn't have anything to do with your individual performance. It has everything to do with your ability to just avoid people and get lucky. That's why I hate that one. That's a stressful game mode. Oh, man. So that's what Assassin's Creed 3 Online turned into. And then they also, like, tried to, like, heavily start monetizing it at that point. Where they were like, if you jump on every week and you also buy this like thing or whatever, then you could be like part of a wolf pack. And like if you sign up with your wolf pack with your friends and you become the best wolf pack, then you'll get all these extras and bonuses, you know. Run away from the fan, avoid obstacles, and don't fall off. Run away from the fan. Oh! Got clocked. And then Black Flag's online game was honestly kind of a joke, if I'm being 100% honest with everybody. Hey! That was really quick. That was really quick. I didn't feel like that was challenging at all. I did like one loop. Goodbye, Ezio Auditore. It was just a joke. Every map was like you were heavily visible. You were heavily visible in every map. All of your items did basically nothing. They always gave the kill to the pursuer. So you had all these game modes where people were just running around using their almost useless abilities and just like slamming teams and slamming people, and it was just It was just a hectic run. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Final round. One more chance at the crown. Yeah, and then that's when they stopped, because the next one after that, I can't remember what it was called, but the next one after that, they basically just sat down and were like, yeah, we're not gonna make Assassin's Creed anymore. You know, like, we're not gonna make their online anymore, which was their biggest selling point for me, at least. Like, that would be the only reason I ever would have wanted to sit and buy an Assassin's Creed game in the future, is if they had an online mode to play. But they turned it into like, oh, yeah, sorry, no online mode to play, but hey, check it out. You can play the story mission with your friends. Isn't that cool? You know, and it's like, that's kind of cool, right? But, like, I would have enjoyed that, like, minus, you know, like, not instead of. No! Are you kidding me? Oh, are you kidding me? That's so upsetting. He won by like 4 or 5 frames. Star Destroyer. Get out of here. Get out of here. We'll play one more. We'll play one more. We're about an hour in, so we'll play one more. No big deal there. But yeah, Assassin's Creed, man, the online multiplayer of Assassin's Creed was the best thing ever, and nobody has brought back something that's similar. I mean, at least I haven't looked around to try and find something to replace Assassin's Creed multiplayer. And I know there's probably technically still some servers that are up for the game, but it's just not really the most interesting thing in the world. Admittedly, after you get to like a good couple hundred hours in the online with Assassin's Creed and their multiplayer, I did start to get a little tired of it, because I was coming home like every day after school and sitting down and just being like, okay, time to put in another session of Assassin's Creed. And because the matches were like a little bit longer, it was like 15-30 minutes a match, I think, sometimes. I would feel like I would get like nothing done. Like, I would feel like I wouldn't have played many games by the end of the night, you know? Because I would sit down and play like 3 or 4 matches, and then it would be like 9 o'clock, and I'd be sitting there going, it's 9 o'clock, it seems, you know? So I never really felt like I really got to fully sit down and 100% enjoy it, because it just took so long. Like, the matches, well, not only did it take so long to do a match, but it took forever to get into a match as well. And we had like decent internet and everything, so it wasn't our internet connection, but it was mainly just like, it mainly just had to do with the fact that like their matchmaking was terrible. And then if everybody jumped out of the matchmaking, there wasn't like enough players, then it would sit there and be like, we're sorry, not enough people want to play online right now, so we're gonna have to start you in a new matchmaking process. And it's like, cool, thanks guys, you know. But it's still definitely worth it, and I'm still super upset that they haven't brought it back. It's the kind of thing where if they brought it back, I would buy a new Assassin's Creed. Unironically. Honestly, if they just made an Assassin's Creed online like multiplayer, like if they just brought back the online multiplayer, I would just sit down and buy a game for just the online multiplayer. This is a crazy map. This is a crazy map. I'm getting bounced around by everything. Whoa! Bumpy frog. Oh! Oh! No! I gotta recover last time. Okay. Oh! Oh! Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, I got up under the fan pretty quick, so. Silver lining. Can't believe because of the dodge. Switch my strategy. No! No! Oh, I wouldn't have gotten it anyway. Dang it! Gosh dang it! Maybe I'll do some looking after stream today. Maybe I'll do some looking after stream today and see if there's a modern style game that has a decent player base. That's very much like the hide and go seek style online multiplayer that Assassin's Creed had. Because that, let's be honest, that online multiplayer was the best. It was the best. I loved it. Frankly, I loved it. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. But anyway, I think that's enough about Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna start getting into like the like detailed story elements of it at this point. I don't know if that's really much fun. So I don't know. Oh, it still has me watching people I don't care about. Just automatic. Is there an option where I can set it to just automatically kick me out? There's got to be an option to just like have it automatically kick me. Bro, not profile options, just straight options. Video. Ball feed on. Ball feed font size. Squad leader. Grab ledges automatically. Show crown. Grab prompt. There is not, it seems. So we're just gonna have to keep moving on forward, I guess. So one more try because I got robbed. I was robbed. It's just because of that bouncy frog. Just because that bouncy frog. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. I was so ahead of the pack for so long. Excuse me. There we go. I know it's a little bit late, but I also did have a chance to sit down and watch the PlayStation State of Play from the beginning of this month. I don't really play PlayStation. I haven't really owned PlayStation in a long time. Well, let me get into that a little bit, because, like, in my life, I never really got to make the decisions of video games, unless it was my birthday, right? Like, unless it was my birthday, I never got to make a decision on what video game platform it was, or, like, what video games we got. And we traded off, like, way back in the day, we traded off on, like, who got, like, the blockbuster video game choice of like, the week, you know? And so, like, I didn't get a lot of options when I was younger to sit and play video games, or, like, make the video game decision. Oh, barely saved it. And so, basically, my brothers got to sit down and make all those decisions, which is, like, fine, end of the day, like, you know? Of course, the bigger brothers get to sit down and make that decision. And what basically ended up happening is my brother was a bro, you know, and so he was a lot more interested in, like, the Call of Duties and the Halos and stuff of the world. This is ridiculous. You just have to get the timing on this right. Like, perfect right. I did it. Okay. Center. So he's more of a bro-style personality kind of guy. And so we had the PlayStation 2 for a long time, because PlayStation was like the superior console, if you will. Plus Nintendo really wasn't doing anything. So we had the N64, and then we had the PlayStation 2. And that was like the best console of the day, right? But then the Xbox came out, had Halo. It was like quote-unquote the best gaming console of the era at that point, because it came out around the same time that PlayStation was still somewhat established. PlayStation 2, not 3. And so we got the Xbox, and we never looked back, because Halo came out. My brothers loved Halo. I loved Halo, right? And then Call of Duty came out. Brothers loved Call of Duty. I loved Call of Duty, you know? And so we just never looked back, right? And then when the new console started to get updated and it started to get into like that fresher new console era, it was between the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. And my brothers were just like, no, Xbox is going to have Halo, and Xbox is also going to have Call of Duty. Those are the only games that we care about. And I was like, all right, because like I agreed with them, frankly. But so we just basically got Xbox and never looked back from that point forward. And then when it came time for, and then by this point I was more or less an adult or had enough money to make an adult type decision on my own gaming preferences. And I was still very headstrong on like, Xbox is what I want, thank you, you know. And so I got an Xbox One. And I, bear in mind, I played it a lot. I think the one thing that I did kind of find, frankly, annoying about it, though, is that even as much as I played Xbox One, I didn't see myself buying a lot of games for Xbox One, you know? So, like, end of the day, when it really came down to it, I was looking at the Xbox One, and then when the Xboxes came out after that, I was just kind of like, hey, listen, you know, folks, I'm not gonna get the newest Xbox, you know, the Xbox Series X, right? I was just like, it's not gonna happen. You know, I'm not buying that, right? Because I was scared I was never gonna buy enough games on the console to really make it worth my time. You know? I was scared I was never gonna buy enough games on the console to make it worth my time. Because there was only like 3 or 4 games on the Xbox One. Oh, awesome. There was only like 3 or 4 games on the Xbox One that I was even looking forward to begin with, right? And so I was just kind of sitting back and going like, I really don't want the Xbox Series 1, you know, or Series X, you know. And so I just never got it, right? And then they came out with the Xbox after that, right? I think it's like the One X now or something like that. I don't know, man. They really have messed up with the naming scheme. But the Xbox that preceded the very first Xbox One came out. That was the Xbox X or Series X or something. And then they made the big square one that everybody keeps vaping into. And I decided that just like either of those just really weren't worth my time because I just didn't see enough games on either platform that I was really like overly interested in. And I had bought a graphics card at that time for school stuff, you know? So I had this awesome graphics card. So now I could sit down and just play video games on my computer, you know? And so I was just kind of like, I have no real reason to sit down and buy games on Xbox anymore. Because I have PlayStation, or not PlayStation, but I have, you know, I have my PC, I have my graphics card, right? So I just never looked back, really. I was really hyper considering it for a minute, though. There was a hot minute where I was sitting there going like, you know what? Yes, I do want a PlayStation, you know? Because when the new PlayStations were coming out, it really did seem compelling to sit down and buy it. Because it had better exclusives and stuff that were coming out on the PlayStation at the time. And so I was just kind of like, I have no reason to buy Xbox. They're not even planning on putting the new Halo on the new Xbox, and I honestly don't even care because I haven't played the last 2 Halos that have come out, you know, since Halo 3 or whatever, you know, and so I was like, I don't really want to buy an Xbox just for Halo, and you know, there's a lot of games on PlayStation I've never played, and they were doing this like cross-compatibility thing for PlayStation, and so I was just like, you know what? Some part of me really just kind of wants a PlayStation, and end of the day, if push comes to shove, it'll be a great you know, Blu-ray player, because I was like starting to get into that mentality of like, it's gotta be worth my time, you know. Knock the ball to the outside side and touch the floor to score points. Why is there so many arenas? Oh, it's me versus him? This is... Oh, this is ridiculous. So I'm playing volleyball with somebody. Oh. Nope, give me that point, brother. Give me that point, brother. Come on. Dude, you're such an a-hole. Give me that point. Oh! No! I cannot right now. Dude, I am 3 points down. What an a-hole. Dude, give me that point. Give me a point. At least a point. You're an a-hole. Give me the point. Just give me the freebie. Just do it. You skeleton! You a-hole! You bony I want to swear at this gentleman right now! I want to swear at this 500-hour playing a-hole! I cannot believe! Ah! Well, I guess I made the right decision for competitive block on playing Fall Guys, huh? I am having everybody to yell at today. Oh my goodness, I cannot. I am so upset. That is such an upsetting way to end this. Oh, whatever. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done. I guess just to round that off, and I can talk about it in the next block that we're going to be doing for streaming tonight. But I was basically just like, you know, like, you know, I don't think it's worth my time and money to sit down and play, or to buy either an Xbox or a PlayStation. And I was getting really tempted. I was like, the new PlayStation has a great controller, and they're putting a lot of effort into like making it worth my time. And like, you know, I don't know what their like their live service is, but it was just one of those things. And I was also getting really into anime type games at the time. And so, excuse me, everything is coming up for dinner. So there was like a lot of anime games that were coming out at the time, and I was just like, I really want to get that PlayStation, you know. But I just decided not to, because it was just way too much money to just sit there and be like, them 4 or 5 games of anime games, like, hey, you know. And I was going to college at the time, so I didn't want to be sitting down spending money willy-nilly. So I just decided not to get an Xbox or a PlayStation or an anything really, because my Xbox was still working fine for most of the modern games. Probably wouldn't be able to play anything like Cyberpunk anytime soon, but it was working fine for basically most of the modern games for a good while, until they came out with the newest Xbox, and they've been forcing everybody, like quality-wise, onto the new platform. But yeah, no, my Xbox worked with pretty much everything for quite a long time and quite a while. I got my money's worth out of the Xbox One. I definitely have a significant number of hours in it to where I could sit down and say, yes, it's good. And it's still a great utility because it's like what I use for my Blu-ray player too. So it still has a double up purpose right now, but I don't know. I just haven't really felt compelled to purchase a console really lately at all. Unless Nintendo comes out with a new console, but I don't know what they're planning on doing because they're kind of scared. Which we could talk about that in just a minute. We're going to go ahead and call it a not a day, but we're taking a break here for a minute. I'm gonna put pressure on probably the big three. I guess I probably should put pressure on the big three every break and not just the big two for the breakaway. The big three things are: make sure that you stand up. If you haven't stood up for in a while, take the chance now, stand up, kind of like walk around, get things going, stretch. Make sure you're not getting any like blood clots or anything going on in your chairs. It's pretty important to kind of like just stand up every once in a while. It gives you a good time to stretch, to kind of really feel good, kind of reset. If you're sweaty, if it's like hot where you are, it'll also hopefully give you a chance to like calm down some of the sweatiness that's going on. Happens to me sometimes in the summer, so like no worries there. The second big thing is water. If you don't have water with you, take the chance to double up. Get up and walk around and go get some water, if you will. Maybe even have a water bottle near you going into the future at some point. I don't know, something, hey. But go ahead and stand up, walk around, get some water, stay hydrated. And when I say water, I mean water. I'm not your dad. If you want to drink other things, it's fine. But I'm going to put big pressure on water. It's just good. It's good for you. It's great. It's definitely worth your time. So I would say 100%, go drink some water. You deserve it. If water is not good where you're at, and you're in like a Michigan situation where like you have a water crisis, where like your water is like burning because there's like slate oil or something in it, I would still recommend drinking water if you have bottled water, but like at least avoid that kind of water. So anywho. But no, I brought that up. The big thing, that's big number 2, get some water. We are going to be doing a cool down stream with Elden Ring after this, and so I should mention my third big thing that I like to put pressure on, which is get some sleep. If it's extra late where you are, maybe you're in some other part of the US, and it's really late where you are, make sure you sit down and get some good sleep. The VOD will be up on Twitch tomorrow. You are more than welcome to sit down and watch the Twitch VOD tomorrow during work or whatever you do. So if for whatever reason right now is your time to go to sleep, let's go ahead and go to sleep. just do it. My VOD will be up tomorrow. You can sit down and watch the VOD tomorrow. I will not feel bad. A lot of what I've been looking at is that people are checking out the VODs after the fact. So apparently amongst a lot of you, checking out the VODs is more worth your time anyway. So go ahead and just check out the VODs. Don't even bother with anything else. Just check out the VODs. I'm perfectly honestly, if I could just stream for a couple hours and my entire audience was just people watching the video VOD afterwards, I'd be okay with that. Like if I got thousands of people watching the VOD and nobody came in live to sit and watch me, I would seriously 100% be totally okay with that. So no worries. If you need sleep, go to sleep. Just watch the VOD tomorrow. I could guarantee it's not going to be that interesting, frankly. And I will get into that point once we get started. But we're going to go ahead and call it a break time here. So go ahead and hit up one of the big 3 or all of them, depending on where you are at. And then we will be back. Stick with us. Again, it's just easiest to sit down and stop stream and start with a new stream. Gives me a chance to reset all the tags and things. Gives us a good chance to do a break. I don't know if there is a better way to do it. So I probably should research if there's a better way to do it other than just like full break, stopping the stream. But we'll just kind of have to see how it goes. So stick with us and we will be back about the next 5 or 10 minutes or so. So check in then. And bye. See you then.